Welcome to Apothecary Sounds. My name is Zach. Today we will be talking about my top five list of albums that always inspire me. Now, for this list, I am only going to be choosing albums that were released from the 90s onward. Um, and I guess we will start by going in order of release date. So, starting from the 90s, uh, I always find inspiration in Blur's album 13. They were on a really good creative point, I guess, in their career where they're kind of shifting from Britpop in a way and experimenting more. It's just a great creative album. Uh, Damon's writing really shines through, and there's a sense of beauty, love, and loss in this album that just transcends, I guess is the correct word. It puts into words what you feel without being able to like voice it. He found a way for that. My second album would be The Strokes' First Impressions of Earth, which when this album first came out, I was 16. I think it was panned pretty hard by critics, but I always loved it. I thought the production on it was excellent. Julian's writing was amazing. His voice came through better than in previous albums where he wasn't so muffled. It was a little bit, I think, of a departure from the garage rock revival sound that they had cultivated. And then the guitar work by Nick Valencia and Albert Hammond is exceptional throughout the entire album. I mean, just amazing, amazing stuff. For number three would be the Arctic Monkeys with Humbug. I always go back and listen to this album, and it just does something to me. It was such a departure for them, and it really paved the way for them to create AM years later by working with Josh Homme. And it's dark, it's introspective. Alex has always been a great lyricist, but the introspection that he kind of does in this writing, and it was such a departure from the previous two albums where he was more so, I think, sort of pointing things out, and this was just more like dealing with himself in a really amazing way. And the guitar, very dark, haunting, it just insanely beautiful. And in talking about Joshua Homme, for number four of my top five albums, would be Queens of the Stone Age with Villains. Uh, Mark Ronson produced this, and the production of this album, I think, is their best sounding album. Uh, you're able to hear everything much clearer, and I think Joshua Homme's charm and humor really shines through in the lyrics on some of these songs. Again, the guitars sound amazing. Uh, Mark Ronson really drew the best from the band, I think, as he produced this album, and I listen to it from front to back, and I'm always just blown away by it, and am catching little ear nuggets here and there. It's an exceptional, exceptional album. And then closing out the top five list would be the 1975's Being Funny in a Foreign Language. Uh, this came out 2 years ago in 2022, uh, and it's been a pretty consistent uh, been on consistent rotation in my playlists. Um, every song on this album is amazing. It's groovy. It's got some little funkiness to it, with the bass and just the guitars. Um, Pretty sure part of this album was produced by Jack Antonoff, so he's kind of crushing the scene. But like I said, the album's been on a constant rotation for me for the past 2 years, and I just listen to it, and have drawn a lot of inspiration from figuring out how to make songs a little more interesting by just adding weird little things here or there when I'm writing songs or recording, uh, picking up some things from them. So that's my top five list of albums that I always find inspiration in. Um, would love to know what albums do that for you that you can just go back, listen to, and you're like, oh, I feel so inspired by this. Um, Now, remember, if you like this content, please like and subscribe and comment. Thank you.